You know, he literally, it started off with, I didn't want to address it.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it. But since the video came out, I feel the need to address it.
He wouldn't come out with me. No, I don't think so.
Shout to PMAC. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he'd probably harm somebody if they even approached him about coming on with me.
So, people, it looks like this back and forth between Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James is not going away anytime soon. Because LeBron James just appeared on the Pat McAfee Show, and obviously he spoke about it, right? Which I assure you, Stephen A. Smith is going to milk this situation for another month, at least, as he should. That's the reason why he was paid the big bucks, right? For some of you that don't know what I'm talking about, yeah, I'm just going to give you a little recap, right? So Stephen A. Smith was on the First Take Show, that's his show on ESPN, right? And he literally blasted LeBron James, blasted his parental skills, right? And then obviously he spoke on his son, Bronny. Check it out.
I am pleading with LeBron James as a father. Stop this. Stop this. We all know that Bronny James is in the NBA because of his dad.
So once he said, I am pleading to LeBron James as a father, right? I've always said this. You can comment on the game. You can comment on the sport. You can comment on all that. But once you step into the arena of talking about someone else's parental skills, right? Now you have opened the door for the person to step to you as his father. And that was exactly what LeBron James did, right? So during the game between the Lakers and the Celtics, right? LeBron James stepped down to Stephen A. Smith. And boy, he blasted him in front of everyone. You know what I'm saying? And you could see LeBron James was towering over him like that. Stephen A. Smith was like that. You know what I mean? Blasted my man. Now, we didn't know what he told him at that time, but then obviously the lip readers now came out and did what they did on that, and they deciphered the whole thing. Let's check out the video. So after that video came out, right, obviously everyone was talking about it, you know, everyone had an opinion about it, including myself, right? Stephen A. Smith now went, that was when he started his tour. According to LeBron James, he's on his Taylor Swift tour, right? He now went on the Gilbert Arenas podcast, right? And said this about LeBron James and obviously what he meant by his statement.
What do you make of LeBron confronting you in the aftermath of that situation?
I thought it was weak. I thought it was some bullshit. But in the moment, I knew that I was listening to a father. Here's what happened. I'm represented by William Morris Endeavor. The founder of William Morris Endeavor, Ari Emanuel, had courtside seats right next to the Lakers bench. He had Larry David with him, star of Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm sitting with them. I get there in the first quarter. I'm sitting courtside, and I stand up, and then I got my head turned. And then I turned back around, and a lot of people thought this was the end of the game or something like that. This was in the third quarter. Apparently, LeBron had walked out of the timeout, and I turned around, and he's right here in my face. He said, yo, you got to stop talking shit about my son. You got to stop fucking with my son. That's my son. That's my son. And I was like, what? He said, nah, fuck that. I said, yo, let's talk later. He's like, fuck that. Nah, fuck that. You got to stop fucking with my son. And I said, all right, though. And he walked off.
So if you watch this episode, right, Stephen A. Smith was going crazy. Like, he was going ham. He was going ham on LeBron, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know how Stephen A. Smith is, you know? And then from here, he went on the show. He talked about it. He went on ESPN. He spoke about it. Like, dude has been all over the place. He's been touring and everything, yeah? Me, myself, I'm not going to lie. I thought that LeBron James was going to allow this to rest and all that. You know what I'm saying? Because we have not seen LeBron, right? At least, let me say, in the last 10 years, right? Maybe 15, I don't know, right? Skip Bayless has been going at LeBron. Other journalists have been going at LeBron, right? We were all surprised when we saw him react to Stephen A. Smith. Maybe because he respects Stephen A. Smith for what he has done, right? Stephen A. Smith is a black man, right? So he expected him to understand how this whole shit works, right? And then also, I believe that, like Stephen A. Smith always says, that he has a good relationship with LeBron's camp, right? So I feel that LeBron expected a bit more from him, right? But now, LeBron James was on the Pat McAfee Show, which is very surprising to say the least, right? Because Stephen A. Smith just signed a deal with ESPN worth $100 million. Say whatever you want about Stephen A. Smith, right? I think he's the face of ESPN. Dude is all over the place. I don't know how many shifts he's doing, but dude is all over the place, right? And Pat McAfee, he's a big deal too. I think he's on about $85 million, right? And to just think, if I put my cynical hat on, right, for LeBron James to go on the Pat McAfee Show after Stephen A. Smith has signed this deal, I know that Stephen A. Smith must feel a type of way about it, which he did because he alluded it on the ESPN show today. Check out what he said.
Great job by McAfee. You know, getting a guy in there for an hour. I know they're playing the Pacers tonight. That's a great job.
In studio.
Give him credit. That's a hell of a spot. Who would not want to talk to LeBron for an hour? Wendy can. He never come on with me. That's a great spot. Give him credit for that. Go ahead.
He wouldn't come on with me. No, I don't think so.
Shout to PMAC. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he'd probably harm somebody if they even approached him about coming on with me.
I'm not so sure, Stevie. I think you'd be a good spot.
Okay.
I'd like to watch that myself.
All right, let's
continue.
I'd like to stay on topic here, and I'd like to stay in the past because that's what we're doing.
Oh, yes.
Today is.
It will be interesting to know what Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp feels about this, right? Because Shannon Sharp especially, he's been riding for Bron for time, and I know he would love to have Bron on his show. And Stephen A. Smith too, you know what I mean? Especially on his new show, which I believe that LeBron James could have done that, right? If he wanted to. You get what I'm saying? But knowing how calculative Bron is, he probably just sent a message like, listen, I rate this guy more than you. You get what I mean? That would be very, very interesting to kind of get his thoughts on that, right? But this is what LeBron James said about Stephen A. Smith when Pat McAfee brought him up.
Yep.
Which leads obviously to you and Stephen A. Hey, legit, that feels like a moment that had been brewing for a long time.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, we're watching it. Yep. We're all seeing it.
Oh yeah,
you're seeing it as well.
He literally, it started off with, I didn't want to address it.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it, but since the video came out, I feel the need to address it.
Yeah, went viral. You would be not to talk about it.
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait to the video to drop so you could address it, it's your ass. Like seriously, and like another, he completely like missed the whole point. The whole point. Never would I ever not allow people to talk about the sport, criticize players about what they do on the court. That is your job, to criticize or to, be in a position where, okay, if a guy's not performing, that is all part of the game. That's all part of the game. But when you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players. And I think a lot of the media, including him, and I know he's gonna be happy as hell. He's gonna be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talking about him again. Oh my God, he's gonna get home and grab some ice cream out of the fucking freezer and sit in his chair in his tighty whities on the couch.
I hope at some point you two do get a chance. But you're right.
Dude, like relax, bro. Like relax. Like.
Bro, you got them right. Stephen A. Smith right now is eating his popcorn. He's be like, thank you, Jesus. I'm about to milk this shit. Literally. You go what I'm saying? If you think he's not loving this, to him, this is entertainment, bro. You go what I mean? Entertainment value on 100. So he's going to be milking it. You go what I'm saying? And also, LeBron is right. If you think that Stephen A. Smith was not going to talk about this, yeah, the whole, I wasn't going to talk about it, bullshit. Stephen A. Smith knows that 1,000 cameras are in that arena. You get what I'm saying? So someone was going to catch it. It was going to be out there. It was just a matter of time. You get what I'm saying? Now, listen, at the end of the day, like I said before, I think Stephen A. Smith kind of missed what LeBron James was saying. You get what I'm saying? Criticize my son all you want. You get what I'm saying? That's going to make him tougher. You know, he's here now. He's a grown-ass man. But the thing is, don't speak to me as a father because you don't know what I'm doing as a father. You get what I'm saying? And it will be interesting to hear what Stephen A. Smith is going to come back with tomorrow. That's if he touches on this. You know, his pride might not let him, you know, especially now that LeBron has called him Taylor Swift, because, boy, calling another man a Taylor Swift and all that, boy, those are fighting words right there. We are putting on the knuckles, though. You get me? But let's see what Stephen A. Smith comes back with. If he does, I'll bet that he does. You get what I'm saying? But let me know your thoughts. Put it in the comment section. Is your boy Toby? Subscribe to the channel. Like the videos. Until next time. Salute.